Welcome back, everybody, here to your live stream from the Join Dota studio. I am Toby1.
And I am Wagamama.
And we are back here again for game number 2 of Alliance going up against IG Sweden versus China. And, well, so far, it looks like Sweden is a little bit stronger.
Well, in that game, that was so clutch, man. I don't know, can't really say that anyone is stronger than the other. That was really a struggle for both teams, but Alliance did come out on top.
That they did, man. That they did. The question is, though, can they do it again? That is a pretty rough question as well. But one thing they will do again is pick Naga Siren.
Yes, Naga Siren is back, and this time gonna be a Nature's Prophet for Bulldog. Not playing his Lone Druid.
It's the 4th game now for Admiral Bulldog where he'll take Nature's Prophet. I mean, 3rd game for Admiral Bulldog with Nature's Prophet, and he had the 1 game with his Lone Druid.
Yes, of course.
2 heroes. 2 heroes.
As4 said they can't play more than 2 heroes, or maybe they could.
Yeah, it was a troll.
Yeah,
it was a troll. He knows more than 2 heroes, but in this case, he doesn't need to be picked any different heroes. Like Admiral Bulldog's Lone Druid and Prophet have been absolutely superb so far.
To be honest, the full question was who S4 thought had improved the most during the bootcamp in his team, and he did say that he thought Bulldog improved the most, and then he jokingly said that he can play more than 2 heroes now.
10 seconds remaining.
I see. One thing we should actually also point out too, like these guys are going to go through the draft right now, but I'd also like to bring this thing up on the live stream right now.
Oh, yes.
Because group standings wise, we're going to get ourselves, especially tomorrow, things are going to get very, very like tough as far as positioning goes. Who has the top spot? Who is taking out all the top spots? And that's what you're looking at right now, where it's like, well, okay, at this point, Alliance is 3-0, but I'm looking at Tongfu.
4-0.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Which basically means that if you drop a single game, you lose the possibility of having that number 1 spot. Right now, as far as Group 1 goes, everyone seems to be having a loss. So we haven't got. Actually, I don't think we got anybody who's in the role Actually, no, MUFC. It looks like they're in the running for a GG Net award. Same as Rattlesnake. They're.
Yeah, they're the ones pulling short right now, not claiming any win yet. And isn't it the same for Orange as well?
Yeah, they look pretty low too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
either way, you can check that out as well over on Dota2.com or over on the Join Dota coverage page, which you can find, would you believe, at JoinDota.com. Amazing website. Everybody should visit it.
Surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Shameless promotion. Love it. Go look at the website.
Go look at the website. Stop watching this game.
No. You can watch this game from the website. Bada bang bam boom. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's look at the game. DK Alive Sealer. Haven't we seen something very similar to this earlier tonight? Except it had the Alchemist with it.
Exactly. Is it gonna be super greedy again? That was against Mouse though, and it's different playing against S4's lineups than playing against what Syndran likes to pick, because they are actually not at all similar. Like Mouse and Alliance do not play the same.
No. So sometimes we might have these long, drawn-out 50-minute games, but it's a very different kind of approach to it, where Mouse is like, we want to get to the 40-minute mark, where Alliance like, if we have to, we'll go there, but if we don't have to, we can also kill you by 5 minutes, so...
Yeah, Alliance are a little bit less predictable, and as you said, they have no problem taking it to a late game. We saw it in the last game as well. They always have these heroes for Bulldog and for Loda, even for... S4 in some games where they can have really huge impact in the late game.
Sorry, when I just instantly look over to check your screen, all I see is Gabe Newell's face.
Yes, it's good. He's there.
Shout out to Gabe. Hi, Gabe. I don't know if Gabe's currently tuning in right now, but hi, Gabe. What's happening, Gabe?
He should be watching this.
He should be. He's going to do his research. I believe Gabe Newell will be the 5th member of the panel.
I thought it was going to be a 5th member of Alliance. Never mind.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's right, because originally it was going to be like Light of Heaven, Light of Heaven's like, no, I got a cast. So Gabe Newell's like, don't worry, I play Lone Druid.
Yes.
Done.
Fixes. So, for this game, I like the bans that IG come up with now, banning out. The Timbersaw is not necessarily something they have to do, but when they have 2 strength heroes this early on and DK for the mid, it's actually really important to remove the Timbersaw against S4, because he loves running Timbersaw mid, and if you have a DK mid, he will get crushed by Timbersaw. It's actually really bad, so it's a good ban out. And Gyro, Treant, and Caudle. Pretty standard bands, I would say. The rest of them.
Nothing's really out of the ordinary for both these teams at this point. At this point, it's just like both teams are just playing to their strengths. IG know that if this comes into a big team fight and they have a lot of strength, they know they can make the better choices as far as staying in front. But when you have a hero like Chen now come over to Arke,
Arke gets his Chen now.
It's taken him a while.
He played his fake Chen with Crystal Maiden and a Centaur, but now time for the real deal.
That also now flags the question if that's Lotus Naga instead of EGM's Naga. Because if you got a Chen, you might want to be looking towards a little bit more of a pushing kind of thing. Leshrac, again, still inside that pool with the Prophet, the Chen combined up together. But then again, it could also be another kind of approach and say, well, Naga Siren's there. We're going to pick up a Chen. Why don't we look towards having Beastmaster come up? And let's go the full aura. So Beastmaster, have Luna up there and running. Then you got Prophet's Trees. You got Naga with her negative armor. You got Chen as well. Or they can go the full negative armor. Bring in SF to the mix-up. There's just so many different variations they can go with.
Yeah, definitely. And I like seeing Shadowfiend always. So if they go for something towards that route, that would be, to me, the more interesting to watch. But whichever they are gonna go for, they already have so much push power, and the D push is not really there from IG. You have a Lifesteal, you have a DK. Sure, the Breathe Fire is pretty good, but other than that, they're not really exceptional at that.
Alliances turn
SD now. Feels almost like a block pick against the Chen SD possibility, and then having Naga as a hard carry. But SD is also very good if Naga is the carry. He's really good against her. You can't really build a diffusal too early on.
Just get a couple of copies and then all of a sudden you start burning.
Yeah, you start burning yourself. So going for early upgraded boots, Yasha, etc. farm really fast is much more convenient if you're up against the Shadow Demon.
S4, give me your fourth pickup, man. You ban out a tree, you're looking for a bigger one, and he goes for the Weaver selection here.
Well,
it's still, now this is going to be Lotus then. So we're just missing S4's hero. So we get Loader Weaver, EGM supporting, straight into the Bounty Hunter from IG. So they already understand what's going on here. You want to go Invis, you want to jump yourself around the map. We're going to have a guy that's going to make you fear jumping around the map, and also can keep track on what's happening with the Weaver.
Yeah, that's true. But now we're looking for a mid hero and for Alliance, so they're gonna ban out. But that's what IG are gonna ban out. But as for IG, what do they really want? They want a second support, is what I feel, unless they want to go really greedy and have a full jungle Nyx.
I think this is Razor time, man. Visage is the last man by S4. Yeah, I'm thinking Razor as far as Alliance go. Because if you're going to run DK in that mid lane or Lifestealer, they're both going to get completely destroyed by that Razor.
Yeah, they would. So this could be the game where we finally get to see our lightning friend.
And have him not banned out. But Faith does have one ban left.
Come on, Faith.
He's got one ban left.
Just let it through.
But I'm also assuming that Alliance want to be doing that because they might just say, oh, let's just go Storm Spirit or something else along these lines.
Yeah, could be.
It's just with the Razor pickup, you know you can win your lane. But then again, can you 100? Yeah, you can. Because like DK's got Breathe Fire. That'll help him get some last hits in. So he'll get some CS. But the harassment to push DK back out of the lane, Magnus will be the ban out. So they're fearful more of one of the S4 signatures.
Son of Magnus. So
that wouldn't have been too bad too with the Naga and the Weaver.
It would have been okay, but Magnus is not as broken strong anymore, but they do need a little bit of stun. That was what I was about to say as they ban this Magnus, is that if they go for something like a Razor on Alliance lineup,
they have to man fight.
They have Nagas disables and the possibility for Chen and maybe even a Hex on Furion, but that would be it. And that's not very good disables. They go for TA. I see.
Not a disable, but you at least get yourself an AoE slow for TA.
A lot of slow and a lot of right-click power. And there's not too many stuns, so there's only a DK stun on the entire of IG actually, and of course only the Naga Siren with any form of stun on Alliance, apart from Centaurs. So pretty stun low lineups. Of course there's the mini stun as well from Shuriken Toss.
Small details.
Small detail, indeed.
I think we're almost good to get ourselves underway. So everyone will select up their heroes. S4 for the TA for the solo mid. And it does come as predicted. So Loaded will take up that Weaver. EGM, Naga Siren. It's still amazing how effective he was in that last game. It's crazy to see how like Naga Siren and the level of farm that like Naga's capable of achieving.
Yeah, Naga is... I mean, he had such a good game, though. He killed Faith twice solo. That is... You know, he had one of those dream starts that you're not supposed to have, where you get to kill Faith solo twice as a support hero.
Yeah.
And, of course, you're going to have a good game going out from that. And he played really nicely. More important than his early game was the fact that during the Roche fight, the way he called out IG when they stood together, setting up for Loda to just call down, it was really well played.
All right, RK always wants me to check out his ball Buttercup. He always says, have you ever checked out Buttercup? Every time. So, RK, you have now had your wish granted, which you always like to have done whenever you play a Chen. Because he was telling me, it's basically got to the point where he plays Chen so rarely now because everyone just keeps banning it out. It's kind of like Lone Druid on Admiral Bulldog. It's just so rare that you get to see it.
Yeah,
because most people just like, first 2 bans have to be taken out. And then he'll get something more. And then they'll start banning out against that because he'll just like, oh, so I win with this one. So yeah.
30 seconds.
Your 2 matchups, Alliance versus IG. 2-0 in favor of Alliance.
Yep.
That's going to go like sit in the back of your mind too. IG have never beaten this team. Obviously, they don't really have a whole lot of opportunities to face up against them. They say, well, Alliance played up against so many like European teams. Fanatics beat them a couple of times. And other people have beaten them a couple of times.
Exactly. That's what happens when you have people play as many games as the European scene does, because the Euro scene is so saturated when it comes to the amount of Dota we have. All the tournaments. So, nice little snipe by Zhou.
He can do a lot of damage if he wants to Loda. And notice that
seeing
Zhou is actually a bounty
I was
hunter.
just about to say, interesting to see YYF playing the Lifestealer this game.
Well, YYF does prefer his Lifestealer.
He likes it, yeah.
But
so.
I don't know if Zhou really prefers a bounty hunter. I've never seen him play a bounty hunter before.
I reckon that he would probably not give away the carry if he was going to play something he's not comfortable with, so... Just gonna play this bounty hunter.
He's just comfortable with anything, man. It's like, okay, yeah, just let me farm. Yeah, that's fine. That's just cool.
I'll farm Radiance.
Go with it. EGM's trying to be a real nuisance.
Really good deny there.
Deny's underneath the tier 1 tower. And Joe's realized, okay, pull it back up again. His timing's right.
Yeah.
But let's look at our middle lane too. So Ferrari, of course, we saw him in an epic battle with Moo last night in the 1v1 championship when he went up against a Templar Assassin.
Oh yeah.
Of
I
course,
was watching that, recapping this morning.
It was beautiful positioning. So Ferrari knows TA definitely through and through. But at the same time, like as a DK, like S4 is amazing himself. He knows DK through and through. So you know there's gonna be a lot of damage coming the way of Ferrari from S4, especially now that S4's already got his bottle up and running. Meanwhile, too, Zhou is backed into a corner. There's dust on EGM, but he's not sure. This is only the 2nd time on record. Okay, who did he play last time? And sentries. Ensnare, there's not available. There's not enough damage.
No, they're gonna dust him now, and they're gonna chase after him.
With Shikuchi, they may have enough to kill him.
Salve, he should survive.
Loda's in front of him a little bit more. Trying to body block him a little bit so the Gemini attack. He needs a little bit more. The dust still having its effect. Loda, dive it. No.
That is so damn close. They can't get it. So that must be really frustrating for him. And missing a lot of time where they could be farming. And of course, if they had level 2 on Naga Siren, that would be a lot easier.
Middle lane now imbalanced.
Imbalanced.
Tornado now destroying S4.
Well, S4, you just gotta call Aki and be like, yo, send me the storm creep. Lightning them.
I want to say right now, Admiral Bulldog disappointed. No TP to grab out the bounty hunter on the tree back to base.
Yeah.
Just saying. But at the same time, like, bounty
surprised that he didn't TP at all to that kill, because he was level 2.
With him there, that would have been a kill if he was there.
I believe he had level 2 at that point, but I didn't actually check it because I was watching too closely to that chase.
Can't see everything, Waga. You can't see everything. But don't worry, your viewers can.
It was just too interesting seeing these guys chase.
EGM. That sentry was just a little bit out of... He pops the dust. Instantly knew where he was.
Oh,
Centaur's coming in
Centaur.
from Arke, and he'll get the follow-up Sun and Zhou. This will be the first blood in the top lane. Should be. Last attack. There it is. They even waited to make sure Loda was capable of getting the first blood.
Yep.
That's the reason why that Centaur wasn't attacking.
Giving the last hit. He also could have nuked with Chen, but he didn't have to.
Yep.
So just giving the last hit.
And first blood spree continues.
Yeah.
Oops. Camera control for the win.
Still have not missed.
Yep. Haven't jinxed myself either. I've said that now 2 times and still haven't jinxed myself, so it's great. Okay, so the other time it was pot and bottom. And the Proto, wow, that's a long time ago.
Oh, mid.
S4's in a lot of trouble. Already with the Sun. S4 is just like, well, I've still got meld and 2 bottle charges.
Yeah, he does. But
And
yeah, Pro Dota 2, that's a long time back.
Yeah, we're talking, that was actually last year, if I'm not mistaken. That's like last year, November, when we still tried to have like this, I remember, that was the finals when we thought it was a really wise idea to have a Russian competition which linked everything together. Faith, S4, Sentry Wars down. Disruption is required now. Centaur from Chuan will get the stomp this time around, and a second Sentry, even though it's in range of the tower.
It was an overkill sentry. Like, he had no time to do anything there even, so. But it doesn't really matter. They get the kill on the solo mid, and that's a huge kill going the way of IG.
That locks it up, man. 1-1 apiece. Advantage, negligible. Wouldn't even say it goes to anyone, really. Weaver's already got some really good farm. Loader sitting at 25 for 9. And Zhou, all of a sudden, is like, I'm not going to attack for that one. And then on the bottom lane, YYF, 27 for 6. So there's little between both YYF as well as Loader. And Loader not going for his patented rushed hand of Midas.
No, not really. Not in this game.
And then you got middle lane, like 22 for 8 up against 19 for 3. Very little inside for this middle lane as far as advantage goes. But then again, S4, as we had proved in that 1v1 championship, TA doesn't require farm. TA doesn't require items. But when she has it, she hits like a truck. Her movement and momentum is just huge. And when, however, getting caught out with Ursa Clamps, Refraction comes up, already taking the damage. There's a Sentry Wars. There's no point hiding inside the meld. Keeps getting attacked. And Chuan will get the kill in the middle lane.
Oh, they're really crushing this TA on mid now. Doesn't matter how good you lane, if you get caught out like this 2 times in a row, then you're in danger of losing your tower really early.
And Alliance trying to answer back. They got an ensnare on top lane on Zhou. He can go Invis again. Have they got Invis? There's a Sentry. Dust, there it is. One attack from Loader will get the kill.
Yeah, they got a kill and they're gonna get the tower slowly there, but
they'll lose their own tier 1 tower on bottom lane.
Yeah.
Lifesteal's been creep skipping for a little bit now.
And mid tower is taking a lot of damage as well. It could be going down even.
Push, 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 push.
IG setting a very high pace in this game.
Wow. 78%.
Yeah, that's the thing. But every single stat we had on Alliance players has been very high win rate. And I said that when we showed the first stat, that the thing is, the team has pretty high win rate.
Yep. Obviously because Chen's always winning.
Always a winner.
Admiral Bulldog not really winning on this bottom lane. 11 for 2. We tried to go into the jungle to find some experience and levels, and well, he comes back into a 46 for 7 lifestealer on this bottom lane. And now it is YYF stretching ahead of Loader as far as farm goes. And Loader's got to continue to be aggressive on this top lane. He didn't go phase boost, so he's not doing a huge amount of damage. This is a little bit more of a late game kind of build as far as this Weaver goes.
Yeah, but Loda has 2 kills to his name, so being a little bit behind in farm is also because he has been chasing these kills, but he did get 2 kills. So
It puts him 300 net worth in front, or thereabouts, 250. It's not too shabby for him.
And that's with being behind 1 tower.
That's true. That's true, with the tier 1 gone in the mid as well as the bottom.
But that's the first blood gold. First blood gold gives so much, and the second kill is also it's a lot of gold as well when you claim bonus kills like that. Still no level 6 for the bounty hunter.
I'm waiting for S4 to actually find some decent levels. He's level 7.5, but there's no items to go with it. Treads haven't even been completed yet. And the middle lane creep wave is pushing in, so he's trying to make the most out of both the jungle as well as the creep wave.
And this is smoke towards bottom lane this time. And mid is very scary for S4. Like, he's been ganked already twice there and died both times, so
Oh, they're ganking again.
probably gonna be cautious.
They're hoping someone's going to come to defend that tier 2 tower. That's why Ferrari's moving so far up inside the secret shop. But Zhou is hanging in the middle lane, just staring down on S4. And now they say, you know what, no one's coming, so let's just take the tier 2 tower. Into Poison Dragon form, Chuan, who brings in the Centaur, face there to help, and YYF is just basically doing circles around the tower. TP came in from Admiral Bulldog, but there's nothing he can do about this, apart from maybe make sure it doesn't hit the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience for Bulldog. At least it's 4 range creeps, so it's a nice wave, and he can hold it here so that it doesn't push back as well. Look at him not letting the creeps hit his tower, because then it would die very fast and it would be bad. So good job by him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, now that that tier 1 and tier 2 towers gone on bottom lane, I'm actually a little bit more, hello Ferrari. He's got a present inside of him.
Yeah, he does.
There's an infest inside.
It's a present for Bulldog as well.
I was actually wondering now about Lifestealer, because Lifestealer is not going to get a lot of farm. The tier 1 and tier 2 tower is gone. The only place for him to do
he's gonna dive.
to get farm is now on top of, okay, he's going to take Admiral Bulldog's life. That's better farm. IG will take him.
Bonus farm. So Bulldog did a good job holding a wave there outside the tower, but not even that close to a tier 3 tower is it safe against IG. They're doing really nice ganks in this game.
I'll keep it up too. YYF instantly back up to that top lane. And this is where he could find his farm. There's like, if he stayed on the bottom lane, he wouldn't find any farm whatsoever. Zhou might actually find himself in a lot of trouble here. Troll Trap keeps him in range of that Dire Sentry Ward.
Oh,
Watch
he actually runs into it.
He had to run down. He had to run down.
He didn't know where it was, so
Probably thought it was on top of him and tried to use the Fog of War to evade.
Yeah, and that's a Roshan instantly after. 9:45 starting the Roshan.
You got Templar Assassin Meld and the army of trees to tank up Roshan. Hell yeah, you're going for a 10-minute mark. And when you got Bounty Hunter down, there should be no tracks up. And Loader's already coming out. Faith's having a bit of a wander. Throws down his own sentry ward, so he should be able to see that ward in the high ground. So he keeps throwing out the poison. Roshan's still not dead yet, 3.6k. And RK now being sent up by Ferrari. The ensnare keeps Faith out. The courier flying into the middle of this fight properly will bounce on through, and Zhou very low on life. That's the one S4 is focusing on, and he gets him down. Now he can move over to Ferrari. He pops up his one shot. It's Admiral Bulldog stunned up, and those impetuses from Chuan doing their work. But EGM with the Riptide, he still managed to hold his entire ulti, this entire team fight. And Centaur with a stomp. RK even blocking him up a little bit. YYF movement speed. He's got those phase moves, but he can't get himself out of the tree line. TP damage. It's enough from Alliance. They pick up 4, and then a buyback from the Nature's Prophet to ensure it.
Yep. A really big fight for Alliance again, so they're off to a good start in this game as well.
They're going to finish up Roshan, though. What they started here.
Yep. And getting all those 4 kills, ensure buybacking the Furion is one thing, but it's totally worth it. And buybacks this early on are not that expensive, so they're really happy about this one. And we should see a really big pull towards Alliance in both the golden experience after this Roshan.
Because that's been done now, so we'll wait for it to update before we check it out again.
Yeah.
But we can at least check out like the items which are coming in from Alliance because of that. Like TA now with 1800. That means, by the looks of it, a Blink Dagger, or else he probably would have been thinking about having that Ogre Club up and running. RK has the Buckler recipe and actually has the Buckler finish, just needs the mech recipe. They can finish the whole kit and caboodle. And 1500 gold again on a Naga Siren. 104 with 18 last hits.
Yeah, he doesn't die on this support. Plays it very well, EGM.
There's your advantage. 4,000 experience at the end of that. They gain just over, or just under 3,000 advantage. And they also brought it back by 2,000 and gaining gold.
Yeah, now taking a tower in mid and trying to take the tower bottom, but a TP from Gondor.
It's a trade-off. IG take the tier 1 tower on the top lane for it.
Yep.
But S4 also finds an illusion rune and bottles it up. So he's finding everything he would like. S4's having himself a easy, very fantastic game. And Loader also, not too shabby for him. We're still looking at a little bit of a later, like, Lincoln Sphere. I say later, it's still probably going to be actually 15 minutes to 16 minutes, depending how many more towers go down here.
Yeah, which is still very early, so...
I think the average is meant to be like 18 or 17 minutes for...
Statman?
Yeah. Statman! I summon thee. I summon thee, Statman. S4. There's that Blink Dagger of his. So a 12-minute Blink Dagger, almost 13-minute Blink Dagger. While Zhou, he's on the hunt as well.
And with a Blink Dagger, you can really get in there and kill the weak ones, which of course is Enchantress and ST this early on. Can easily kill those with level 4 on Refraction and Melt.
Loader just got tracked up. He's got his Perseverance flown in too. And IG are rotating down. They know Loader's down there, they know they can keep vision on him, and they know S4 is not giving up on this tower. And now there's track on 2 heroes on this bottom lane. This is almost time to TP out. Yeah, there goes Loader. And S4 blinks and then TPs after picking up a new TP scroll as well. And IG, I think they realized too after Alliance started to back up then that there was no possibility for the gank on the bottom.
Yeah, they were perfectly safe. One thing that I feel a little bit lacking right now is where are the traps? Where are the traps, S4?
That is true. Like, there's not a single trap on the runes. There's
no trap on the map, is there?
No, I don't see one.
Horrible macro.
It's just when you're walking past. Remember, there's a trap now. One trap on the bottom rune.
Good. Better.
Huge. Infest. I just heard it happen at Joe. They're going top lane. They're looking for a kill up here. And the one to find is going to be EGM.
Yeah, but he's really fast. He's faster than the Gondor, so...
370 against 380.
But he runs into the DK and then turns up a little bit, and now...
He needs to track. I'm surprised Joe didn't just track then and then go with a faster walk.
He
but
doesn't want to reveal too much that he's this close to him, I guess.
He's riptiding.
But I think the EGM knows.
Yeah, he just keeps running. Prophet just TP'd out as well, and yeah, Joe gives up the chase. He's still going to reveal the fact he was there by tracking him up.
Yeah.
But not the case. And RK seems to have set up camp with 3 Dark Troll summoners. Is now his army. So they got 3 different ways to lock down that lifestealer during the middle of a fight. And then they're going to have the negative armor, which is up at level 4 now with a Templar Assassin. Prophet who's running ahead of Midas. And Loader. I don't know if that is his, it's an Urn flying to the bottom lane. EGM is actually bringing himself both a Sage's Mask and an Ogre Club. So the Sage's Mask to finish up the Urn, and he's already picking up an Ogre Club.
He's going for the same thing again. He's going to go into Halberd.
Don't see why not. It was successful for him last time.
Yeah.
And with his strength too, he can stay on the front lines. It doesn't have to be S4 losing
I
refraction
like the
charges.
from Aki.
The 3 of them?
Yeah, he's the undead army is going to be summoned up in this fight.
I was just thinking about the lockdown and lifestealer more than the undead army. But
no,
you
the
are
undead
right.
army, that's the DPS. Gotta get them deeps.
Sacrificial units.
The enemy team doesn't have too much AoE. Gotta get that undead army count.
Well, then again, they got DK, who is almost level 11. He's almost got that Splash Dragon. And then they had the Infest, Breathe Fire, and then they're out. Maybe a little bit of the poison. Could be taken into consideration.
Maybe. Still Aegis.
S4 is using himself as bait. He knows that Aegis Immortal is going to time out in a minute. Lycosphere just finished up on Loader. And where's the initiation? S4, he should just be running in right now. It should really just be running in. I think IG know it. IG will have a countdown timer going.
Yeah, they know. They don't want to let him catch them.
This just be S4
He's
running
going to go
into
on
the
a weak
tower.
supporter. I think he will actually go and just fight them. They have Naga to cancel the fight if they want to.
Well, there he is. Starts stacking up on YYF. Already one stun on S4. They eat through his refraction charges. 27 seconds.
There's
S4.
4 lines to chase.
Yeah, he backed up. Look at EGM. Straight in the front lines. They found YF. There's no rage available for him. Admiral Bulldog, but EGM, Hand of God and Mecha keeps him alive. Maybe enough. Mirror image too. EGM, 33 life points, pops the dust. Joe, he's got the movement speed. Riptide as well.
Oh
Prophet sprouts him. They can't get the kill, and Joe will be the first one to take a fall here. ST is fighting up with Loader as well as S4. So now it's going to be a 2 for nothing on the train. In fact, it's going to be 3 for nothing. YYF rages up, but Loader, well, he does get the kill.
TA will go in, has Blink, gonna come down there.
To get EGM's return to the fight. He's about to riptide this. Ferrari wants the kill on him. He's like, okay, EGM, I can take you. Track gold as well. Admiral Bulldog being stunned up. Ferrari, he's might be able to finish this kill, especially when he goes inside of Shadow Blade. He's got the help from YYF up that buyback, and we're going to go again. Prophet buys back. He comes in. Blink up by S4. Where's that meld hit? It's available, but unfortunately with that rage, doesn't want to do it yet, and keeps tanking up the tower. Needs time to bottle up.
That's where Treads are a little bit worse than Face Boots. Face Boots would have chased up to him, but then again, Treads are really amazing for just bottle abusing, and same for Magic Wand. So there's a strength and a weakness to both builds, and I like seeing S4 go for the Treads in this game.
Considering the amount of strength he has to go up against, ability and bottle abuse is going to be the best thing he can have.
He has so much rune control in this game anyway, so he's gonna abuse so much that I would say it's worth it. And yeah, it's pretty nice. He missed his first meld attack as he went on lifesteal, else lifesteal would have gone down even faster. But even so, Alliance really coming out strongly on top of that team fight.
EGM, if he Riptides this up before S4 finishes it, Riptide it. Oh, EGM.
Take it.
That was his Sanjay. That would have been it. He bought the recipe.
EGM, he has learned the way of supporting.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, that's right.
He's all about the monies.
Now he's like, fuck off, Loader. This is my fun.
It's like, I need my 450. Now he's at like 415. It's not enough. They'd love to take even one last hit.
And IG positioning really hard for his mid. Double damage on the TA. This is not something they want to fight against.
No, a jump in will have basically Faith pop in one hit. And he's going to know that. But that Tornado is keeping S4 out.
They need more people here, though.
Okay, S4's positioning.
Oh.
He wants Chuan.
Yeah, he does.
But again, he's too close in on that Tornado. It triggered again. They're in deeper. Okay, he's still got the Hand of God as well as Mech. Mech first. Now Hand of God. Not enough mana for it. He's just going to turn and throw whatever he's got. Lifesteal's taken Chen. TA's taken the Enchantress. And now up high, S4. Well, there goes the SD and Ferrari. He got locked in by the trees of Admiral Bulldog. And then locked in quite literally by the trees of Admiral Bulldog. And they bring him down. Wonderful micro. And they're looking for more.
The troll creeps cancelling YYF's Rage TP.
And then Snare. This is like the worst maneuverability game or lineup to go up against when you're a live stealer.
This game is really, really hard now. Like, this is Alliance game to throw now. They have Desolator finished up in just 200 gold on the TA, and they're brutally winning every single fight now.
Nature attend us.
And to try and stop this kind of momentum of Alliance, at least they have a hero that allows them to do so. They have a Bounty Hunter.
They do.
Bounty Hunter is always like that possible like key to victory.
Yeah, but they are now behind by 12,000 experience after these fights.
Lotus coming in. Blink, meld hit, they need vision. Admiral Bulldog came in and he's building into an Orchid. Notice who S4, it's got 4k gold on him. Admiral Bulldog, he's tipping out. Ferrari's in the middle here. Shuritos will stop him. They had the track vision, so there was no hiding. And DK will get the kill, and that's track gold as well for everyone who was involved. And that was 3 heroes.
Yeah. Every single hero is close to the kill will get extra gold.
Is it a track level 1? Yeah, still only level 1, so it's not a huge amount.
No.
Like bonus for self, 150, bonus for allies, 50. So he did get a bonus, if I did my math correctly, 250 gold for his team. Because he had that track up. But that's still 250 gold for getting 1 kill.
Yeah,
no matter
extra
who
gold
it is.
as well.
Yep.
It can be really big. Whenever you have track, you want to have your entire team nearby to just stack that gold as much as possible.
It's big enough when Roshan just respawns and you don't have your Nature's Prophet back yet.
I like how IG know that they can't really turn into some safe play now. They're kind of committed to fighting, even though the fights went pretty bad most of the times. They have to keep trying.
S4 starting up. They're using the Naga illusions to scout out and see that most of IG are there in the middle lane.
He went for Yasha instead on TA, so didn't finish up Desolator. Actually, it makes me a little bit sad, because Desolator would have absolutely just like obliterated the Enchantress and SD. They would just disappear.
He'll want to break off either the Bounty on a track or the open wounds.
Yeah.
So that's what that's going to be for. And now trouble for S4. Refraction charge is already gone. Hand of God and Naga ultimate. But YYF, he's still alive in this one, and he does go down. And that is a track gold kill for all 5 players that were there. Infest quickly gets rid of Chen's creeps, and now they go over towards Loda. S4, he's in the middle, he's got lined up 3 doing a huge amount of damage, S4, and now he's locked inside Admiral Bulldog's trees, and he'll go down. We're going to buy back coming out from the Bounty Hunter, bring him back in this fight. RK, he's in trouble. 3 heroes from IG on top of him, and they're moving down deeper. There goes the Lion Sealer. Admiral Bulldog wants out. EGM won't be successful at getting himself out, and only 1 person alive for Alliance, and Roshan is, well, he's easy pickings, and that's why Bulldog instantly starts to split push.
Yeah. Easy pickings, but it takes them quite long. They don't have that amazing DPS. They do have a DD rune though on their DK, and that helps a lot. So split push is not going to be enough to make them stop doing the Roshan.
For them right now, getting this Roshan down, getting that Aegis done, and on their side is more important. They just managed to win a team fight that could just change the course of this game.
Oh yes, definitely. It's a huge team fight that they won.
And there it is.
And yeah, it all comes to catching out the TA first before she blinks on any supporter. So a little bit sloppy by S4 going in that close to the enemy and being caught out.
YWF comes back to the top lane to try and defend. Already won Heaven's Halberd up on IG. So I'd be surprised if we see a second one coming up here from Livestealer. Because Heaven's Halberd's up on DK. So I assume he's just going into an S&Y build. That's where he went last time. Only tonight, I think.
On the DK?
Yeah. No, on the Livestealer.
Ah, yeah.
YWF's
yeah.
Livestealer. That was S&Y.
Yeah, YWF likes to do that, so. I mean, we have two players in this game who love the S&Y, so. YWF and Loda, of course, both of them.
Loda denied himself, though. Loda's going to go for the Desolator. So that's where your Deso is going to come from. I'm still actually, like, I agree with S4 with his mana style. The easy break.
It's pretty good. I don't agree with it, though. I think that with the gold he had, he could have finished up a Desolator. And if he just let anyone else go in first and then jumps in, he could one-shot pretty much the supporters, or at least kill them really, really fast. And it also helps a lot with killing off the Lifestealer. But, of course, Mantasai is a good item. It's just that I would like it better if you went for Desa.
I can understand that, man. IG's moving up the mid. They got Sentry Wars down. Naga Illusion's going to scout out. Joe is getting attacked by the creepers. Like, okay, so they got vision here. And not just because of the tower. While Loda's pushing out that top lane. He's really searching for the money. They're letting this tier 2 tower go. No reason to try and fight for it outside their base. They wouldn't have the advantage, so they leave S4 to split push on the bottom lane. And with actually the next creep wave, he's not going to have enough for his full mana style up and running. But he will be pretty damn close. And with a push on the top anyway, they know the TP has, the walk back has to happen for IG, so they can't have time to push on the tier 2 tower on the top lane. Especially when they don't have the creep wave anywhere near it.
Yeah.
But that should be their next target, IG.
And this is so good for IG that they got the Roshan, and now it doesn't really matter if they don't have perfect map control, because Alliance can't really pull ahead with a Roshan Aegis. So even having that Aegis gonna allow them to be a little bit more confident about their team fights.
Want to give a reminder too, guys, while we're chilling here. What else is coming up later on tonight? We've got 2 more team matchups to come. We're doing IG versus Alliance right now. Fnatic EU will play up against Mousesports, and then Alliance will play up against Rattlesnake. That is your matchups for the remainder of this live stream. But make sure you keep all your live streams up and running through all your English live streams. If you want to see the details for it, head yourself over to joinetter.com. The live and upcoming tool will tell you who is streaming what matches. So if you're looking at
DK.
Yeah, they found EGM. They found EGM, and they've killed off EGM. Naga, well, mirror images. Is he really? No. He can't escape again. He's waiting for the rage. Actually, yeah, he could have popped the ult and escaped them, but he wanted to hold himself.
Yeah,
Rather
I guess
surprising.
He didn't want to use the salty because he believed that YWF would just rage it. And
YWF already used rage when he initiated, and he managed to tank through that. It's almost as though he's like, oh, I need to have my ulti to defend the base. The split push is going to stop him from doing it. I'm going to die anyway. There shouldn't be any kind of collateral for my death.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be. Like, Bulldog's presence as well as TA's presence on the top and bottom lane. Like,
IG can't push mid. It's
No.
not going to work. But there's...
They're going to try and defend with Zhou, but I don't like their chances. If that Orchid comes off from Bulldog, now there's the TP's out already. Track, Shuri toss, but Admiral Bulldog's got this wonderful thing called an ability. Ferrari.
So close to his stun, though.
Didn't realize after his TP he came in so close.
Shadowblade and Dragon Form really fast.
And now we see the reason why. No reason to waste an ultimate when they have to come back anyway. Loda, he can pick up a second Mithril Hammond now. Not too far off. Also notice RK changing his creeps. Double Satyrs now with the troll.
Double Satyrs. I don't think that's a choice. It's more like, yeah, these guys happen to be around. Having 3 troll creeps is like the best he can have against IG's lineup.
be a match made in heaven. Well, you weren't meant to be what I was searching for, but I found you nonetheless. Is Loda? I'm wondering if Loda is definitely going to finish up the Desolator.
Oh yeah.
Because if he wants BKB, he's got the catch for it right now, and that's what's going through my mind. If he actually is considering the BKB, because IG have a purge, and that's basically it to lock him down. But at the same time, he needs to have damage, so he's got the Lincoln Sphere for protection.
Yeah, he just wants to have damage. The BKB would be a little bit too scared of an item.
Well, we just have Fly on the Courier. I didn't check it. EGM's got his Halbert. And that's basically it. S4's... Actually, no, S4's got his full Manta. I don't know if he's had that for a little bit. I didn't check him.
He had it for just a little.
Okay.
But he also has traps over the map now, making me very happy.
Ferrari. Surprise! Bulldog's dead. After he appeared, probably not as much of a surprise that he was going to die.
Yeah, not really. It's dangerous split pushing against Shadowblade DK with an Axe to infest, even more so.
Never know where the fight's going to come from. Love this from Chuan as well. He's trying to push out with this Sada. Unfortunately, he's not like Chen, where Chen can just resummon, like, just take another creep and it might get rid of that one. Instead, it's a timed out. So easy money for Alliance. But actually, money's not as easy for him. Look at that difference. It's only about 4, maybe 3.5k worth of gold going Alliance's way. Now Ensnare on Zhou. There is no support for this. EGM has no one to help him out here, and they know it. They got a very deep Radiant Observer wall that's watching the entire Alliance side here.
Yeah, and they know that they can just chase him here, Shadowblading a little bit.
Ferrari's looking for a kill, and he sees that Alliance all went back inside the base. So this is just now a push to the tier 2 tower on the top. Try and see if they can bait Alliance out of their own base to try and fight this.
But right now, gonna head down to bottom lane and try and catch Admiral Bulldog on next creep wave. Is he gonna stay? It looks like he will. He should be dead then.
Shadowblade, in he comes. Admiral Bulldog, gotta bail,
Goodbye.
and too late. Deja vu. While Alliance want to try and gank on the top lane. So there's 2 down the bottom, and they want to gank on the top. Already we've had the smoke broken, and they're trying to catch up to Zhou. Face already managed to TP himself out, and Zhou runs north. Very much away, and I'm not seeing a gem up on... Okay, it's on Naga, but Naga was at the back of the pack.
Yeah.
So there's no way they would have been able to get Zhou. It had to be Naga at the front lines.
Not really frontlining now. And she is, as we said during the draft, the only reliable disable.
They've got to have her there for the initiation. Because then S4 can nuke. But only then. And YYF also just brought up a Basher. So now he's on his way to Abyssal Blade with an armlet with the S and Y. And S4 is ready for this top. They see Zhou. Ensnare will come. This time they do have the gem of EGM right next to him. And
Gem.
S4 takes the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, so nice pickup this time for Alliance. And we see Bulldog just respawning. He needs to be really careful not to be caught out this much, because there's track, or has been track, every now and then. And again, Ferrari and Lifesteal are just waiting for him on bottom.
They want their profit, man. And Admiral Bulldog, like TPing to the other side of the map, yeah, that might be a little bit more risky where he probably shouldn't have been, but TPing on his side of the river, especially back where his tier 2 tower used to be, he'll probably have a lot more confidence to go there. He's not doing so, so Ferrari's going to wait it out.
Yeah, farming nearby.
And then top lane momentum pushes in. We've got Catapult and as well as a new creep wave coming in. This actually has to be dealt with by IG. And Faith's already moving towards the top lane. Sherry wants to go out there and fight. And
nice sentry, but can't really kill them.
Okay, getting destroyed in the bottom lane. Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat, man. 7th least popular item in Dota. Like,
True.
What is the most unpopular item in Dota? Because it can't be Bloodstone anymore. I would have said Bloodstone before. Eye of Skadi. Obviously, these stats don't come from the European scene matches.
I don't know, man.
I only picked up... Okay, so 93 times. Doesn't seem like that much, does it? But it's...
It's just that it's such a situational and also very expensive item. Whereas Halberd is only a situational item, not very expensive.
For all those people that don't get the BKBs. You got your Deso on Weaver. Now done. 1100 gold. Haven't seen
Roshan
get his
falls
own.
very fast, so it's gonna be Alliance-free Roshan.
Aegis and Cheese too for this.
Yep.
So third Roshan, Cheese goes to S4, Aegis goes to Loader. So we get third Roshan 33 minutes in. Actually, wasn't there something in the compendium that we would see 4 Roshans in one game?
Yes, I think so.
I think so too. Yeah. I think I bet 4 Roshans. Or more.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I bet.
I'm all about the points. Actually, speaking of points, fantasy points. I was told to check it out before too. If you got Ferrari 430, 5.4. He is making you a large amount for your fantasy team right now. And rotation, he might lose it all right now. And jumps out straight into EGM. And Naga, no ulti, mech, hand of God. It's not enough to keep him alive. S4 also, a lot of damage, no refraction charge. He's got meld available, already attacking on Ferrari 430. And now he will go down. SD, there's a 4-star, pushing Bulldog away so he can get himself away to safety. The track will watch him leave. Loader, he's also tracked up, but Arke will send him back to base. The last thing he will do for his teammate. So both Admiral Bulldog and Loader get out of what was an absolute...
Slaughter.
Slaughter is a good word.
Yeah, it was. They only got the SD, and they died a whole lot there. Trying to focus really hard on Bounty Hunter, but it didn't really pay off.
If you have Zhou in your list, you may have some problems with him.
Yeah.
Of course, because he's actually playing a third role in this. I wonder if the Fantasy Team League was actually set up like that. It's like, well, what if Zhou actually, for the entire competition, plays offlane?
Exactly, because he's supposed to be carry by the fantasy.
Yeah, so it was like, well, Zhou's CS is so low. It was like, well, for 35 minutes in, he's only just managed to pop 100 CS. Fantasy points is 0.2.
Well, he needs to get his Vladimirs up, and he will get it if he kills this bottom creep wave now. Because they need the Vlads really badly.
Well, they've already got the heart up on DK, so he's quite happy without the Vladimir's offering.
He is, but it's just their team. Like, they have 3 melee heroes, and the enemy has Furion, Weaver, and TA, all heroes, and even the Naga Siren, all heroes that rely on you getting low armor and right-clicking you. So there we go, he's buying it up. Makes so much sense that he buys it. Makes less sense that he sold his Bracer instead of his Poor Man's Shield, but I guess he likes that damage block, even though it's not too big anymore.
I want to also point out during that last fight, it looks like IG's courier actually bit the dust. Died during the middle of the fight.
Oh.
So it wasn't as a bigger waste for Alliance, but definitely courier's dying, TI3. This is the crazy thing though. I know there's a bet about how many times a courier will die. I didn't have it set anywhere near as high as what I think it's going to be after this competition. These couriers are almost like, they're suicidal.
Yeah, but that...
It's techies in spirit.
That miss micro they had in the previous game.
You mean when Ferrari took it to the mid and lost the bottle?
Yeah, sending it into the dire tier 1 tower range.
Yeah.
Sloppy.
Zhou.
Then the courier has to suffer.
Zhou wants blood. And they found it. Admiral Bulldog. How many times has this happened now? Well, 4 stuff away is not enough.
And this time it's in the Gondar as well, so this time it's with track. Normally it's been with the DK.
And then they take the trees and the ancient area. That's 3,400 gold up on YYF right now. He is so close to his Abyssal.
And Show earned himself another 0.1 points for that. Good job.
Well done, Zhou.
Nice being an offlane carry player.
System falls apart. System falls apart. Wasn't ready for this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It almost needs to be manually assigned.
Ah, that would be too much work, man.
Yeah, it will be.
Imagine someone sitting and checking, like, okay, are you gonna go offline? Yeah, I'll go offline for a second, and then switching to carry for the points.
It's like, what do you class Naga? Naga, support for 3 minutes, carry for 28. And game was won.
Start out by buying wards, then proceed to farm the lane. I am support.
Well, that actually could have happened before as well. Like, EGM got ahead in game number 1. He could have just, like, started taking all the farm.
He could have, but he didn't. What a good guy, right?
Yeah. He just thinks of Loader. And nothing but Loader. Shows on the hump. He's already got himself back into his... yeah, you can see him moving back. S4 as well as RK are moving back. They saw Chuan moving just a little bit more aggressively, and now maybe they can find S4. Or nope, they want RK. It's just supports. And there it is. Mop them down. Is it really actually the first time? You're right, it is.
Yeah.
It has taken them 38 minutes to get here.
Experience, they've been behind the entire game. Gold, they're working their way back there as well, but they had a lead in the super early game. In gold, but not right now.
I remember saying at one point, they have the heroes that actually allow them to make a comeback. Obviously, correct. But at the same time, Loader now has Monkey King Bar, Desolator, Lincoln Sphere. He is still very powerful during these team fights. He just needs someone else to dish out some more.
Yeah, but TA sitting with 2.7k and will get an MKB after this. Yeah.
Oh, give me a Daedalus.
No, it's gonna be MKB for sure.
It is.
There's double. There's the double halberd on the enemy team, so they need it.
Only way to actually hit true, which is the reason why you see the doubles. But that means now they just profit. Well, actually, he's got a better way of getting through that. Obviously, side device cancels the evasion.
Yeah.
And that's what he picks up. So they got 3 ways now to get through the evasion of those 2 Heaven's Halberd heroes.
True. True. 4 ways.
4 ways? What's our 4th?
Not hitting them.
Oh, Lager. It really is 3 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Yeah,
So
I'm more concerned that we're getting to that point right now when, like, Mouse Force versus Fnatic is coming up next, and it'll probably be like Meepo versus Tinker. And we're like, hey!
I would be so happy about that, man. This game, it's slowing down so much now, but I think the Alliance have worked their way back now with the 2 MKBs. They have the DPS again to really kill off heroes, but they need to have good target focus, and they need to really focus who they kill first.
And they gotta stop getting sniped off during non-fighting periods.
Yeah, they need Bulldog to stop feed.
Yeah, Bulldog, stop it. He's already 1-7, actually. 1-7? He's 1 for 7 with 11 assists.
Can't be many fantasy points for that.
But then again, look at the show. He's 1 for 7 for 8. You want to know the reason why his fantasy point rating is so damn low? That's the reason why.
Yeah, but I mean, Bulldog has 3 assists more and has like more than 3 times as much points. It's like, all the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Sorry, guys. Camera just switched off for a moment, but we're all good. Camera unavailable for some unknown reason. Hashtag production value.
So, both teams posing a little bit around Roshan.
Let's
Ancients have been warded.
They could like 2 minutes before
They
he's gonna
can pose
respawn.
for so long here. It's going to be awesome.
Joe's heading top. Like he wants to fight Admiral Bulldog. It's like, okay, Admiral Bulldog's already split pushing this. No one's wanting to fight.
And
let's
he's
just
invested.
go. Let's just go kill again.
Bulldog, don't feed.
He's moved back,
He's moved back.
and
He's
that's too
very
much.
wise.
That's too much experience for Joe to deny. But
Joe, actually,
oh, he found him. He went. There's the track. 4 stuff away. He's just like, man, pop your phase boots. Run as fast as you can. Open wounds. You got the range.
Oh.
And Admiral Bulldog, possibly, no, he couldn't even sprout himself up, but S4's going to come in, and actually, he TP'd out the time, and now your game has been finoled.
Why?
Finol paused. Finol paused.
The Finol pause.
The Finol paused.
What the fuck?
When the admin intervenes and Joe now tries to fight Lodic and Timelapse. Joe's on the run out here. The ensnare over on YYF. And now YYF, he will be brought down. And they're even chasing in deeper. Joe will go down. S4 with a double kill. And they chase down on Chuan. And S4's right behind him. Meld hit. Already at a -15 armor. 1 basic attack will get a kill.
Amazing play by Finnel.
Yes.
No, seriously though, really nice that they got the kills, and surprising that he actually got out there on Bulldog. I like it, the surprise in both teams. They're like, you know?
Ferrari.
Oh, he's stuck.
Yep.
That's where he's stuck.
He's locked in the corner, and 4-Staff will actually help him out there. Admiral Bulldog helping him. And EGM now pops the mirror images, and Joe, he's being attacked by the Desolator. Loader just ripping into him. They get the Orchid up on Ferrari, and this, I would almost be tempted to say, is going to be a double Rax, if not the GG. Ghost Scepter keeps Fate alive a little bit longer, but EGM with the ensnare, they actually stop the unstoppable streak. And then they take the SD out, and that's full team wipe. This will be double Raxing at least. Admiral Bulldog's already TPing back to base so he can rejoin him in a moment. And they're going straight for the GG.
Yeah,
they're just trying to
no
force.
stopping this.
Yeah. 68 seconds left for the DK to respawn. And there it is. GG, well played. Alliance will 2-0 IG and keep their undefeated spree up against IG, remaining at Oi. And also, man of the match goes to Finnel.
Yes. I would +1 that. Well played by Alliance though, and they're 4-0 now in the group.
Now they are. They're leveled up with Tongfu, who's also 4-0.
And they bashed down IG to 2-2.
Yeah, IG. It's a real rough position for him. In fact, let me just we'll
bring up the groups.
You want to bring forth the groups?
Yes.
We can bring forth the group stages for you. So this is with the updated results, not with the latest one. They'll be updated in a moment. So Tongfu is 4-0, and IG, with them going 2-2, they're level with Team Liquid. Is the only team they're level with. All other teams have like these one wins and then like 3 losses. So
and Tongfu and Alliance are now equal as well. They're tied up on 4-0.
And that's going to be one hell of a battle. Looking forward to seeing them play up against each other. But of course, right now, guys, we're going to have ourselves a short break, and we're going to be coming back with Mouse Sports. We're going back over to Group 1. Mouse Sports will be facing up against Fnatic EU. And then our last game of the night will be Rattlesnake, the guys who won the wildcard matchup. They will be playing up against Alliance, and that'll be our last series of the evening. Hopefully you'll stick around. We're enjoying your company. Hopefully you're enjoying ours, and we'll see you all back here in a couple of probably like 10 minutes or so. We'll see you then.